Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome to another trading week. I hope everyone had a good week last week. Mine was a bit slow, as you know. I did end up in profit, so that's all that matters. And I am looking to see what gold is going to give me for this week. As the market is opening right now, it's not a whole lot going on, but obviously it's just starting. So going to remark these charts. The last thing I was looking for on Friday was to see was it going to give a strong push to indicate that it was going to go back into an uptrend. We got did get a strong push, but it didn't go far. So when I made this little path, it was around, I want to say the 4,000 level or somewhere above this trend line. And obviously it did not go up. It did do the retest and everything. Let me go back to the hourly. So it broke through. Let's see, where's Friday morning? This is Friday. I think I was on here Friday like 7 a.m. Yeah, so right around here. It did go ahead, break through, did a retest, broke through again, did another retest. So right around here is when I was saying I was looking forward to after this second retest to break through. This range that it's been in last week, the week before that, it was in this range above it. Each range is 1,000 pips. It ranged in this one for 1,000 pips, so I just cloned that box, brought it down, and expected it to come down for another 1,000 pips, which it did. Now, in this range 2 weeks ago, I was like chasing it like up, down, up, down. I was doing buys, I was doing sales. It was really hectic. Excuse me, I think that week overall I ended up losing more than I made versus last week was pretty decent because when it came down and it broke out of that box, I basically traded it down. So I let it do all of that and then I traded it basically from here to here. So from 40.30 to 39.30, that 1,000 pips, I was able to profit off of that. And then I believe I did some trades up. I don't remember how those went. I think those were the losses. Yeah, I think I had a win coming down, and then I had a loss going up, and then I remember doing this W right here where wait, did I do that one? I can't remember. I just know I had a sell that was a win, and then I had like two buys that was a loss, and then a sell that was a loss. So it could have been like around here. I had three losses, and then towards the end of the week, I did the last one was a sell. Basically, I had a win, three losses, and then two wins at the end of the week. I did go ahead and get in, ooh, I just got in a quick one right here, so this is actually good for me right now. Hold on, hold on. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Let's get into some resistance. It's crazy because I didn't think that was gonna happen for real, but I just hopped in something real quick, so close that. Because I'm going to remark the charts, but since I have this support level here, I don't want to expect it to go past that. It just rushed down there real fast, and I was very hesitant about that trade. So either way, so the last trade I got in on Friday actually ended up doing very well. I posted that one in my chat. After I did those three losses, obviously I wasn't really sharing a lot. I was still taking trades on my own, but I didn't want to risk other people losing with me. So I didn't share that one, and it sucks because that one actually ended up playing out well because I was looking for something to hold. On the last live, I was saying around this area, I got on at like 7 a.m. and I was saying I wanted to put in a buy. I had the stop loss down here. I remember it was 39.85. So my stop loss was below all these candles here. This wasn't here yet, but it was below these candles. It was below this. And I put an entry like right above 4,000. And at first, while I was on the live, I was hesitant about putting it in because I wanted to see a little more confirmation. And then right when I got off the live, I was like, okay, yeah, I kind of see that pattern. I saw like a double bottom forming. I was like, okay, that's good. I did post that in the chat that, I'm gonna hop in this and hopefully it can hold over the weekend. I left, I went to work, and within an hour, it went from 4,000 to 4,030. And when it got to the top of this box, obviously I'm at work, so I don't really have my charts active. So I'm like, I can't really see what was going on, but I knew I was expecting resistance at 40.30. So when it got up here, I was trying to see like was it gonna break? It was moving like very strong. Like when it got up here, it was moving very strong. So I was like, okay, it's gonna break through 40.30. It would not break. So I ended up closing. I had three positions. I ended up closing them all between 40.24 and 40.31. So right around here, I closed all three of these positions. After I closed those three positions, I let it come down and I did put in one more position. I put in one after I got this doji here. Again, I'm at work. I'm on my phone. I suck trade on my phone. So I was already not trying to go too crazy. But I ended up putting in another position with the stop loss below here. And then I just tried to hold that one for the weekend. I had already closed my first three. And that will end up losing instantly. So when that lost, I was like, okay, whatever, I'm done. Thankfully, I did that because then all of this happened. I was looking at the phone when this candle happened and it was just falling. So I was like, okay, yeah, looks like I'm not holding nothing over the weekend. Um, and that was that. This is hitting. I guess I said these alarms last week. I could take this off. It's already hitting there now. I guess I'll leave this one for now. So yeah, coming up on whatever resistance level, I mean support level I set there, I'm going to actually go ahead and remark these charts and we're going to see what the week is going to give us this week. I'm going to leave the major levels between 3,900 and 4,000. I'm going to leave the alert. Uh, this level is looking kind of And this one I already got that range box there, so I don't really need that. Now these range areas have been significant, so I may leave that. I'm gonna drag this one over a little bit for the week and debating on if I should drag this one over. I guess I'll wait and see if it comes up there before I do that. I obviously can remove this path. This trend line has been pretty good. When it's broke below this trend line, I'm expecting it to go down more to probably fill in some of this. But so far from what I can tell, when it bounces off this trend line, it does continue up strong. So I think I'm gonna leave that. Let me zoom in right quick, see what's going on. Because I think that TP was at 39.30 and I think that actually was a good trade. Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna hop in with a stop loss right above that candle. Small risk. Let's go real small. Yep. That's actually looking pretty good. Yep. So yeah, I'm expecting right now, immediately, well, not immediately, but the next level I'm expecting to get hit is 39.30, which is at the bottom of this little range here. I'm actually curious like how far it's gonna drop. Let me go to the daily right quick because I'm thinking I know it's possible we could come down to 3,900. I'm curious to see if we could get down to 38. If we could get down to 38, we're in a for sure downtrend, and there's no telling how far that'll go. Because after that, it's really no other support until back down here where we were in the realistic areas around 34.50. So I don't know. I'm thinking we're gonna have a very crazy week this week. I think it's gonna be crazy. I think we might see some major movements. Um, I think this trend line is actually no longer valid. I think that daily trend line was looking better. Let me see something. Nope. Let me see this one. That looks a little more accurate. Zoom in on it. It's way more accurate. Um, the only thing is these ranges, man. It's like I know. I want to say I kind of know, but I'm gonna just say I know it's gonna come down to at least here, like 39, 35. I know it's gonna come there. I just don't know what's gonna happen after that, and I don't know how much it's gonna play around before that. Oh, good thing I went small on that one. I just lost that little $100. What was that? Oh no, $60. Not bad. And honestly, for a Sunday, I just did really nice. So I'm not putting in nothing else tonight. I try to leave these Sundays alone, but sometimes I catch a really nice trade like right away, and I'm learning to just count my blessings and leave it. So I just caught two really nice trades before I just lost one within the last hour. So I'm gonna leave that alone, and I'm really just trying to see what's gonna happen this week. So. Mm, I know we're going to come down to the bottom of this box. I just don't know what's going to happen afterwards. And I don't really see no clear levels. I know I took this one off, but this really the only clear level I see, like resistance here. But that's kind of obvious already. For the support, I'm going to just go a little. It is kind of, but that's the major level. So I don't really, I think this is kind of redundant, but it's obviously support right here. Or I could be dramatic and bring it up, make it bigger. So what I do know is we're in the middle of two major levels, like smack in the middle, or well, not smack in the middle because 4,000 is here, 3,900 is here, but smack in the middle of my support and resistance. So it's honestly no trade for me right now. I do can get in the sale, but I just did that. It played out super fast, so it's like not really worth it. And I'm not really looking for day trades. I'm looking for swing trades. I'm looking for something where I could catch the whole movement so I don't have to keep getting in and out. I'm doing less and less trades these days, so that's kind of the goal. I'm working 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern, so I don't really want to be in and out of trades all day. I want to have something where I could set it up, preferably during Asian session, and get up during New York session, check it, or if I'm not in nothing, like get my entries during New York session before I leave, and then I kind of want to hold those to catch the whole movement until either the trend changes or I hit my next level. And then I don't want to have to close my trades when they hit these major levels or my support or resistance. I want to be able to just either take partial profit or if I have multiple positions, close majority of the positions, leave something running, and I want to be able to catch the full move. But gold has not been behaving so nicely, so I have been forced to like get out of the trades, just grab my profit and go. And I don't really know when that's going to end, but the chart looks nice. It's just gotta wait for an entry. I do feel kind of confident about, not confident, but I do kind of want to set a sell limit at 4,000. Um, What a stop at like 4,015. It's funny because I had that entry last week too, and it did not play out. It went too high. Um, with a sell limit at 4,000 and a stop loss at 4,015. Let me just see how that'll look. Let me see. And it might not even come all the way up to 4,000. It might come to like 39.95. Let me just see how this will look. What would be the RR if I did a entry at 39.95? Profit would be 39.30 at the bottom of that range. And then with a stop loss at 4,015, so that'll be a 3 to 1. Yeah, I know for a 3 to 1, I would not set a pending limit. I set a pending limit. It got to be like a 5 to 1, something where if it loses, it would have been worth it type thing. But a 3 to 1, shoot, I can market execute and get a 3 to 1, so that's not worth setting a pending trade. Um, Honestly, I think that's about it. It's not really nothing. It's nothing for right now. So I think it technically is, but not for me because it's really nice for a sell right now with a stop loss above 4,000. On a daily, it looks perfect, honestly. A sell with a stop loss above 4,000, which is going to be at minimum 300 pips, and a TP at like 3,900 wouldn't be bad, but it's a little over a 2 to 1 because that would be, let's say, from here to here. First TP would be at 39, 2.5. Again, for me, that's not really worth my time. That's not worth my time because I could do a market execution and get a better risk reward ratio than that. And it's still possible to get stopped out. So, nope. All right, for the fun of it, let me just zoom in. What's to do here? What about a stop here? TP 3,000. Nope. 1.6 to 1. The only trade that's really worth it is a pending sale. Not gonna lie. Um, Dang, that's that same entry, 39.95 with a TP at 3,900. But the only thing with putting a take profit at 3,900 is definitely will have to monitor it at 39.30 because at the bottom of this range, it's been resisting a lot over that support. 39.20 was my stop losses for last week, and it struggled to get down there, even though I think it'll come down there today. Not today, but soon. It's so tricky. It's so tricky. I know the scalpers loving this right now because for a sale on these, oh my god, 39.75. Let me see something right quick. The small trade's been playing out nice, not gonna lie. No, that's not worth it for me either. Nope. So yeah, I'm gonna basically let the market do what it do. I think tonight it might actually come down and get closer to like 39.30, and then we'll be able to like make better decisions by tomorrow. I feel like it's gonna go ahead and crash down there tonight. I had a nice position in earlier. What was that at? Oh, the same thing, 39.95. I had a nice position in earlier, and I would be up like 15, 1600 right now, but I just I grabbed it and got out of there, so we just gonna leave that where it's at. But I think this sell limit might be the only thing worth it. The only thing is that TP is questionable. The TP got a better chance at 39.20, but I probably would close at 39.30 because I don't trust this range, which would make it like a 3 to 1. So yeah, I'm not entering it. So I'm gonna just end this here and then I'm gonna come back in the morning and check and see what it is. Um, Most likely I'm not gonna do a live in the morning, but if it's around the time where if I do have an entry at the time that I normally do the live, then I'll hop on and share it live. But as of right now, I say at least for probably today and tomorrow, I think gold is gonna continue bearish. It's possible it could drop all the way down. I say at least to like 3,800. I don't really see any indication that it's ready to go back into an uptrend. Maybe something might happen at 3,900 and turn it around, but so far I don't even see that happening. So we'll just wait and see. And I'll let y'all know what I end up getting into or getting out of, or if I have some entries that I feel really, really confident in, I'll post it in my Discord chat. So if you're in there, you'll see that. If you trade gold, good luck to you. If you don't, have fun with your other pairs because gold right now is very questionable and you have to be really, really secure with your balances and your confluences to be in this because it's playing mind games. But it has been paying off if you know what you're doing. So until I do find a good entry that I'm confident in sharing, I will see y'all later. Good night.